Welcome back to our final segment of Chamber Exchange, a TV show. We had a chamber member business at the beginning, Central Mass Fat Loss, and now we are in our third segment with a relatively new business, but one that fits especially the holiday season with sweets and great holiday, actually year-round offerings.
Yeah.
Bree's Sweet Treats, and Briana Azier is the owner, proprietor, founder, and promoter.
All of that. Wear all the hats. Head treat maker, marketer, owner, CEO, game changer, all those things.
So Bree, why don't we start? Maybe you could just kind of lay out to our viewers how you started this business and why.
So I started Bree's Sweet Treats in the pandemic. My son and I were always doing fun things in the kitchen, and we decided we were going to do treat boxes for our family and friends instead of traditional gifts. And we started getting really good feedback online. People were saying, hey, you should sell those. And at the same time, the churches had closed because of the pandemic. So my sister Echo and I, she had her women's ministry award from Echo, and we decided we were going to do a deep dive into the Proverbs 31 scriptures, a 15-week Bible study. Over and over again, the concept of providing for your family and bringing in income with the skills that you had, not going out and getting extra skills. What are you doing right now? So they were crafters and artists and knitters and bakers and organizers. And I was already chocolating. So practice what you preach. Bree's Sweet Treats was born.
I love it. It's a verb, chocolating. We got it.
I changed it. I changed the game.
Yeah, so how do you take something, that's an idea kind of maybe in your kitchen, you're working with your son, using that kind of creativity around food, and then how do you kind of take it into a business and your journey in doing that?
I mean, once I decided that I wanted to take this into a business, I got serious about it. I have an MBA. I got my MBA at 25 years old. I have 15 years of corporate recruiting experience. So I have a lot of skill sets that were already geared towards this. But what I didn't have is that food knowledge, that food education, that food background. So I immediately started immersing myself in all of the education I could in Pinterest and YouTube and Facebook groups. I met with Sean Rainford at the Worcester Regional Food Hub, amazing resource, and he pointed me into the direction of the Worcester State University Food Entrepreneurs Program. It was WSU Upskill. So I took all of those classes.
And that was a partnership between the Food Hub and Worcester State, right?
Yes.
Worcester State University.
It was an amazing partnership, and if you're in and you want to be a food entrepreneur or you want to know if it's even right for you, then Worcester Regional Food Hub, Worcester State University Upskill, these are amazing resources.
And that's really an important point. I mean, you're doing something in your kitchen, but then if you want to go sell it, and I think as consumers, we want to make sure what we're buying and eating is safe and there's training. So there are municipal and state requirements to sell wholesale. There's trainings that you need. So maybe what did you learn through that process?
Oh my gosh, I learned that food safety is so serious, and people think that it's just common knowledge what you can and can't do, and it is not. I had to get allergen certified. I had to get Serve Safe Food Manager certified. Very big difference between food safe, just dealing with food, and making food. My home kitchen is permitted for retail and wholesale. So the things that I have to do, the regulations, the knowledge, the time taken under that to make sure that public safety is number one.
Right.
It's super important. And once I realized I wanted to take that route, I quickly switched from being a home baker who was kind of just trying to figure it out, not a baker, a home chocolater, to really immersing myself into that education and moving forward.
And then from your MBA training, then there's are there efficiencies, economies of scale, making bigger batches, and you kind of, that's what you learn, and then part of that guidance with the class and the Food Hub can help you.
Yes, and then one of the other resources that really helped me was E4All.
Yep.
That's a great program too. So I mean, at the end of the day, when you decide to be an entrepreneur, then you decide to be a lifelong learner and immerse yourself in educating yourself in everything that's happening. And I'm super excited to do that. I love growing and building my business.
All right, well, we've got these things, and probably our viewers are kind of wondering, what is that hanging up there on the desk here? So maybe you could walk us through the packaging, and it looks awesome, and what's inside.
All right, so this is a treat that I brought for you, and I had to bring it because it is Christmas time, and my handcrafted peppermint bark. It was my #1 seller from last year.
Wow.
So I had to bring it back. I already made 25 pounds of this. And since it is my favorite thing that I make, I wait for it all year long. I tucked away 2 pounds for myself.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to book some extra time over at Worcester Fitness after having some of that.
You
Okay.
are. It's absolutely delicious.
So peppermint bark.
Yes,
And the
handcrafted
package
peppermint
looks
bark.
awesome.
Yeah, I really have been focusing on
It's the most
elevating.
wonderful time of the year. Happy holidays. I love it.
Yeah, and there's a little ad lib on the back.
There we go. All right. Oh,
So yeah, put a little bit of extra love and
All right.
time into packaging.
So we got the bark. What's next?
All right, so for you businesses out there, what I need you to know is Bree Sweet Treats is your go-to for branded treats. So these are 100% edible. These are my amazing dipped Oreos.
I've had those and they are delicious. Yeah.
Yes, and these are branded. So this one on the this side here has the seal for Worcester, the city of Worcester, and the logo for the 300th anniversary.
So you did those for the tercentennial, right?
Yes, I
Yep.
did. Yep, and I thought it was fitting to
Yeah.
recreate them and bring them for you.
There we go. Love it. Okay.
Yes, and we just did this for E for All. So basically, any image, any logo, I can elevate your gifting and your events. People, they're not taking a picture of the pen, no matter how lovely it is, no matter how engraved it is. But when you give your employees, your staff, your board members, your volunteers gifts like this, it's memorable. They're sharing it. They're putting it on social media. I don't sell chocolate to business. I sell happiness and retention, and that is priceless.
It is? No, there you go. That MBA training is kicking in. So if people want to get a hold of you and learn more, or how do they do that?
Okay, so my website is shopbreezesweettreats.com. So that's SHOPBRISSWEET treats, TREATS.com. And that's the same on social media, Shop Bree Sweet Treats.
Okay, and you're going to be, you've been participating in some pop-ups where you're going and selling. So we've got December 3rd at Leicester High School Craft Fair. Mm-hmm. We've got December 4th at Start on the Station.
Yes.
At Union Station, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Through December 9th and 11th at Auburn Mall. Mm-hmm. December 16th and 18th at Auburn Mall.
Yes, yep. So the next, after we finish up with Start on the Station, we are the next 2 Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at the Auburn Mall. You can find us right outside the Macy's in a kiosk.
All right. And I saw you this past week. You were down at the Worcester Public Market.
Yes, I am a busy traveling girl.
All right. Well, Bree, thank you, and thanks for sharing your story and for hopefully inspiring others who may be thinking about starting a business, and especially a food-related business, how you did it. And this is awesome. And I can tell you, these dipped Oreos are unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to the peppermint bark and some extra time at Worcester Fitness.
There we go.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us for this edition of Chamber Exchange, a TV show, and thank our sponsor, Bank Hometown.